Are you in a relationship and you struggle with communication with your significant other? Well, this week on Motivation and Confidence, we're going to give you 3 steps to improve your communication. Stay tuned. We want to thank you so much for tuning in. This is Motivation and Confidence, where we help you do your daily best. And this week, I wanted to talk to you about some ways that you can improve the communication with your partner. Or let's say it this way, 3 ways to improve communication with your partner. I've been married now, and my wife would get upset at me. Sometime I can't remember my age, I can't remember the kid's age, and I can't remember how long I've been married, but it's been over 20 years, okay? And in that 20 years, we've had our roller coaster. There have been ups and downs, there's been peaks and valleys, good times and bad times, and sometimes people will say, how do you do it? There is no formula to a relationship. Every situation is unique. I remember when I was growing up, my mom and dad were divorced, and my dad had left my mom for another woman at the time that he fell in love with, and started another family. And I see how much it hurt my mom. And in me seeing that, I made this commitment to myself to say, I don't want to hurt another woman like that, because I don't want to see another woman go through the pain that my mom went through. Now, if I weren't such a knucklehead and did some silly things, I had to learn. I had to go through the process. I made many mistakes, made some bad decisions. And for those of you who follow me on Instagram, you know those L's are not losses. The L's that we take are lessons. So sometimes as men, our egos can run wild when we get the attention of other women, or we get power struck to where, we get drunk off of power to where people just give in to whatever desires that we ask. But it all comes with a price. There's always a positive and negative. While it may make you feel good for the moment, there's always some damage that may come on the back end if the communication is not open. So I'm trying to think of a story that my wife wouldn't mind me sharing so that she won't kick my ass and say, like, why did I put it out there? But I remember when we were younger and we were dating, I was one of those ignorant guys to where I wanted a woman to basically stay at home, take care of the kids, and I went out and earned. And when I came home, I just wanted everything cleaned and meals prepared, and but my wife had other aspirations. She wanted to go to school. Well, not wanted to. She went to school and, found her own circle of friends, found her own interests. She was out there. She was, living the basketball wives lifestyle for a minute, club hopping and, being fly and all that stuff. All good. We both had our times. But this leads me to the point of one of the first steps to improving the communication with your partner, and that is listening. You got to be open to listen. And what I've noticed in speaking to quite a few of you is that it's your way or no way. Or it's what you visualize or what you expect. See, and that's the problem. When we expect certain things from our partner and it doesn't live up to that expectation, then we feel some sort of way. An example. I'm super duper creative. I can create in like nanoseconds. I just go 0 to 100 real quick. And I like to do things super fast and on to the next one. It's not fair for me to ask my wife, who may not be as quick to create as me, to come up with something on the fly so that we could just do it. And then if she's unable to be as creative, for me to get mad at her, like, what are you taking so long? Or why are you taking so long? Now, if I would take the time to listen, she loves to create. She's just more calculated in the way in which she creates. And she loves to be supportive to the creative, supportive to the process. So when you listen to find out what each of you want, and then give each other the opportunity to say whether or not this is something that you agree or disagree with. But most of the time, you just get so stuck in what you want. Like, why can't you do it my way? Like, why are you taking so long? And, you don't want to do more. And you don't like and then what happens is, as men, like, we start to feel bad and then we get defensive. And then most of us, at least for me, speaking for the introverts, like, we shut down because we don't want to argue, because we don't show our emotions externally. We internalize everything. So you can imagine how that feels. And this is going back to me not wanting to be hurtful toward a woman the way that my dad was. At the same time, when you get into a relationship, if you don't take the time to know and understand who you are, you have another set of challenges to deal with, because you don't even know what you want, and then you're going to put that anticipation or that expectation on somebody else. And then when neither one of us know what we want, but we know it don't feel right once we go into it, now we mad, right? And that anger or that conflict can look in different ways, because the different way can be shutting down, right? The different way could be aggression and breaking things, or the conflict could just be straight arguments and speaking hurtful toward each other. So we gotta learn to listen to each other, okay? Second, leaving off an expectation is like, what do you want? And I know it just sounds so simple, but again, once you take the time to learn yourself, know what you like and what you don't like, what your values are, what you will do and what you won't do, now you can lay that on the table and say to a person like, yo, I'm down with this, I ain't down with that. And then respectfully give that to your partner, to give them the opportunity to say yes or no, this is what I'll do, this is what I won't do. But you can't push, or you can try to. You can try to push your thoughts and your values onto another person. And if that's not their values and you don't learn to listen, you right back to square one. Because you're going like this. Right? Every conversation does not always deserve a response. There are times when you just listen. Let a person wholly, fully, truthfully, no matter how much it may hurt you, express how they feel, what they want. Like, just listen. And I know it's hard for some of you because you're quick to get defensive. How dare you speak to me that way? What are you talking about? You don't know. Like, you don't know what I'm going through. You don't know how much effort I put in a day. You don't know how much I do at work. You don't know how much I do at school. And then you become defensive. Lower that defense. Bring that ego down. Just say, take that bass out your chest. Bring your chest in. Right? First thing, listen. Second thing, knowing what you want. And if you're not sure what you want, and you're not sure what your values are, we always have these tools that we're willing to share with you. One of the best things that you can use is a DISC assessment. If you're interested in learning about yourself, self-awareness, communication styles, behavioral patterns, feel free, tomdanger.com, contact form, hit me up there, and I'm glad to give it to you so that you can get an insight into what your behavioral style is. It only takes about 10 minutes, and it won't cost you anything, right? But Motivation and Confidence, we want to help you do your daily best, so we have the tools that can help you, okay? Lastly, now, it could be, I only mentioned 3, but it could be 30, right? I just wanted to get this one quick and dirty out there because I was having a conversation with somebody, and I know that you're going through something, and we didn't really speak for that long, but hopefully you're going to see this, and you're going to listen to this, and you're going to say, wow, I could take something away. The third thing that I would say is be open. You have to be open. Well, you know what? You don't have to be anything. You can be your own stubborn self, and you can expect things, and you can want things your way, and you can bounce from relationship to relationship, and you can wake up with low vibration and don't have energy and just in a rut, and you're stressed and you feel all these things going on with your body. You can do what you want to do if that's how you want to live. These are things to help you elevate, to improve, to be better. Be open. And what do we mean by be open? Open is, I give you the perfect example. I like to try all different types of food, even though I'm a pescatarian, right? Excluding no red meat at all. My wife has her favorite foods. I can't expect for her to like Indian food just because I like it, right? But how many of you are in a relationship and it come time to determine what to eat, and it's always like, I don't know, what do you want to eat? What do you want to eat? What do you want to eat? And because the two of you want to please each other so much, nobody makes a decision, because if you make the decision about what you really want, the other person not going to want it. So you're like, nah, I'm not going to say that. I'll just say something that I know you like. When it's just like, nah, stop, right? Be open. Sometimes you're going to try certain things that you may not necessarily have on a regular basis, or that you may have not had before, just to try it. Not to say that you're going to indulge in a full buffet or a full meal, but you're going to try a little bit. And then sometimes you got to switch and flip it on the flip side to where you're going to be the one to try certain things. That could be meeting new people. That could be listening to new types of music. That could be watching different types of movies. That could be different sexual positions. That could be different types of coffees and teas. Learning things. And open to conversations, because the key to all of this is communication. And unless you're open in your communication, you will always be back to square one. And remember, when you have a certain mindset and you're in a relationship and you start hopping from one relationship to another bad relationship, is because that's all you see in your mind. That's all you know. I'm curious to know what you think. You think these 3 things will help you? Hit us up and let us know. This is Motivation and Confidence, where we help you do your daily best.